name is Grace Lau, and I'm with Global Nomads Group and Students Rebuild, a partnership between the Bezos Family Foundation, Global Nomads Group, and Architecture for Humanity. We are currently in downtown Port-au-Prince, minutes away from the National Palace. We've been on the ground here for the last 2 weeks to learn and share about the first-hand impacts of the January 12th earthquake, which has forever changed the landscape of this country. Today, we bring to you stories of youth, from secondary students to university students who have survived the earthquake and will be sharing their stories. In addition, we will be featuring NGO and relief workers who have been on the ground since day one.
January 12th, I was at home, sitting in my sturdy room, reading, things like that. And I felt the earthquake. I just ran away to the street.
The day of the earthquake, I was joking with my cousin and grandma. And then when I stepped in the house started to shake. And then I didn't know what was happening. I thought it was a truck that hit the house. And then my grandma called me and we went outside.
By then I saw many people in the street shouting, "Dijos, Dijos, Dijos, help us, help us." But I realized that immediately it was an earthquake.
People are just like all over the place, running around, crying, screaming. They don't know where their family is. And there's this school that's near my house. There are some elementary kids in there. Half of the kids died because the building collapsed, so parents were just crying out.
I saw people with all dusty and people yelling, crying. Other people were on their knees asking for forgiveness, and then we started to pray, and I prayed for my mom and dad until they came back, and all of us were sure that they were okay.
Since July 12th, things have been changed totally for us in Haiti. For me personally, I have never experienced an earthquake. Sleeping on the floor, it's terrible.
It's just a catastrophe. It was just bad.
We were at the hospital close by our house, helping the sick. And every day, for the next 4 weeks, we gave them water, juice, coffee in the morning. We prepared kits to give to people from the camps. Fed them every day, and we helped in the medical supply of the hospital.
Our major priorities right after the earthquake was sanitation, water, and provide shelters. We have a long-term projects, to empower women, and we work to build some shelters to prevent disease and to prevent violence against women.
Architecture for Humanity is committed to be in Haiti for 2 to 5 years. So during that time period, I think we have the opportunity to do some real great projects. It's great to introduce good architecture, good construction methods in the new schools that are going to be constructed.
I feel extremely outraged by what happened to us, even though it's a natural disaster. That we had so many people that died from bad housing.
Schools are supposed to be a safe zone for students. And a lot of the schools have collapsed, a lot of students have died in these types of schools that were poorly constructed to start with.
We do thank everybody from all over the world helping us, but the help really is needed for the future.
It's going to take quite a bit of time to rebuild Haiti. But again, we need to step back and do it right this time. And I encourage young people from around the world to stay involved in the process, because I think the future of Haiti is the young people. And hopefully they can engage themselves with students from around the world to help them get through this traumatic experience.